There may not be a thing in this creek. I've only been in it once in my lifetime, and you've only been here once in your lifetime if you came with me the last time in your lifetime. But there's only about 8 ways to find out if there's anything in this creek. One of the ways is to get in it. One thing I've already found out is that I can't walk through that because those aren't tall enough. But we might be able to stay on the edge. There was a little bass in there. I just saw a little bass. Here's another little tiny bass. This is about one of the last holes, it looks like, for a little while, where a bass or a large brim could make a habby. So let's keep moving. It's only, I was gonna pick that up because I thought it was a shed from a deer, but I think it's the top of Americana Toliana, which somehow they always end up in creeks. Well, I just filled up my left boot because I sunk, but it's okay. Kind of felt good. Maybe we'll find something in here, a snake or something else. It always helps when you find a gun. 99% sure, especially with the orange. On the end, it is a piece of plastic toy. It is a piece of plastic toy. But my goodness. It looks so sweet laying there, doesn't it? It is plastic. We will pick it up on the way back and harvest and put in the pile of toy guns that look real. So let's keep moving and hope that we find a real one, because that's always fun. I need another one to restore. I've got to get with Zach soon. Don't forget about Zach Bird Adventure Hour. I know y'all have not. He is absolutely getting world famous on Facebook. And he's leaving me behind. Oh, there's a big semi-blue crawfish. I can't see. Oh, lost it. They're so fast to run backwards. What if there's anything else that runs backwards to get away from you? What if a horse did? Wait a minute, I've been chased by a horse. They don't run from anyone. What gets scared and runs when you walk there? A rabbit. What if rabbits ran backward? Their knees are already on the wrong side of their legs. So that's one thing they got going against them if they were going to run backwards. If we ran backwards to get away from people, we would actually have the advantage since our knees are on the front of our legs. You ever thought about that? You should think about that as I walk along and ponder things like that. Okay, bridge. This is where you throw things out for me when I come to your town. I get a lot of emails. Not a whole lot, but I get a lot, and it's an honor. People want me to come to their towns, or get in a creek around their place, or come metal detect their place. And it's awesome. I feel like I am not worthy. It's kind of humbling to have people be so nice when sometimes people in your own life, day in and day out, aren't kind. But complete strangers are so nice to me, and I thank you all. It's part of a song, isn't it? One minute the sun is out and it's undercast, and the next minute it gets closed up and it's overcast. That doesn't help us with our adventure, because I can't find anything when I can't see the bottom. It's a pretty creek though, isn't it? It is Friday. I don't know when you'll see this video, but for me it's Friday. What do y'all do on the weekends? I mean, what's like a standard thing that you do on a weekend? I don't have a standard. I like getting in creeks, but I've slowed down a little bit because it's turning into no fun without my bride. It's fun, but when I don't have her by my side, it's not quite as exciting. It's fun to find stuff too, still. That's a big old suckerfish. So far, no snakes. I have found one bottle in this creek, with the exception of the occasional beer bottle. That was the first time I ever got in, and it was in a section like this. And it was the big Chattanooga medicine bottle. They're big and they're common, but it was absolutely beautiful. And the last person that put their mouth on that bottle was over 100 years ago. And that's what's fascinating to me. I think the older you get, the more you think about your mortality, or the fact that you're not immortal. I had a preacher in one church years ago who said about middle age, when you start struggling with the fact that you're not going to be famous, you're not going to be a president, you're not going to own a company, you're not going to be a millionaire, and you go through a depression or sadness or whatever. I never got there, because as you all already know, my joy comes from the Lord. Second to that is my bride and my children. Oh, it's like a bear track. I'm not bragging, that's just where my hope lies, but I guess I never anticipated being rich. My problem is, and I guess, look at that. Oh my gosh. I sure enough thought that was a piece of a revolver. But it's not. Yeah, I'd never be rich. You know, everybody wants to win the lottery. I've thought about what it would be like if I won the lottery. Let's say I won $500 million. Okay, I'll be a little more reasonable. $5 million. What would I do? I'd probably buy a place for me and my bride and children. It's bigger. Our house is pretty small. It's actually really small. See, now that looks like a holster. Doesn't it look like a holster for a gun? But that is a smashed milk jug. Get your mind out of the gutter, dude. I'm sorry. That's all I've been thinking about, is finding another pistol, an old one, to restore. But I like to have a little bit bigger house. The creek in the front and the creek in the back, and a creek on both sides. In the middle of the city, but still able to shoot my guns. Okay, but not in a city. But if it was, it would be there. But the thing is, I spend so much time in lower income towns. And I drive by and people have nothing, or they got a tarp on their roof, or their porch is falling down, and there's one old lady sitting on the porch with nothing. and I would want to do everything for everybody. And then I had no money. But that would be okay. Because the joy you get and the joy I get from serving others and doing stuff for others is a lot greater than piling up stuff for myself. I'm slimming down on my piles. Not my piles of guns. I can't go too far, I'd need medication. What would you do if you won $5 million? I'm not trying to bind your conscience so you come up with something creative and act like you would, you know, help everybody in the world. But I would help everybody till it was, you know, after I was stabilized and had a good recurring income plan with some of it, but I would help with the rest. Oh, it's getting deep again. I think if we go straight and hang a left by that two stumper. Really don't want to fill up my boots. I've just applied lotion to my legs. I know, TMI. I tried to come up with what TMI meant, an acronym was. I'm trying to step up. The reason I was hesitant right there, there's a brim bed right there, and I didn't want to disturb it. That's a nice hole right there. So there's plenty more spots for the bass to go to. All right, I'm out of stuff to talk about. Your turn. See that snake? I should have went quicker and tried to get it, but I'm in slow motion today. Of course, yeah, I would take care of my dad. My dad's fine. He's never required much. And the thing about my bride is she doesn't require much. Just a loving husband and a nice family and honor and respect and those kind of things. Just the basics. And a few good solid friends she can trust. And I get it, look at that. That's a red-eye bass, the bigger one. But also the one on the right. I don't know if you can see them. The one run up through there chasing minnows is a red-eye bass. I think Alabama record for red-eye bass is, I think it's only like 3 pounds. I don't know how true that is. Oh, we're in a tight spot again. I can't go any further. I'm perspiring. Ain't it beautiful? Ain't a beautiful day. I know it's short, but thanks for watching my videos.